episode of Cooking with Catharine. I'm Amy, and today we're going to be making a very special recipe for Catharine's 115th birthday. Catharine was born on June 13th, 1906 in Concord, Massachusetts. And the recipe we're making today is a golden layer cake from her recipe box. I'm going to be topping this recipe with a pineapple buttercream because pineapple was very much the rage in baking in the 1940s and 50s after the war. And if you remember episode 2, you'll know we made a rhubarb upside down cake. So pineapple upside down cakes were very popular, so I'm going to be adding a little bit of that summery flair to this cake. So if you gather all your ingredients seen in the description below, you can follow along and bake this with me. So the first thing we need is 2 1/4 cups sifted flour. I've already sifted this using a sifter. If you don't have a sifter, you can just use unsifted flour, but this makes it really fine and makes a nice, light, airy crumb. Then you'll need 1½ cups white sugar, 3 teaspoons or 1 tablespoon baking powder, a teaspoon of salt, ½ cup of shortening, a teaspoon of vanilla extract, 2 medium eggs, and a cup of milk divided. We're only going to be using 2/3 of a cup first and then adding the rest in later. And you want to have all your ingredients at room temperature so that they combine very well. So take them out of the fridge about an hour before you're ready to start baking. And in the meantime, preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Also want to grease and dust 2 8-inch cake pans with oil and then dust them with flour so that the cake doesn't stick. You can also line them with parchment paper, but grease and dust with flour was what Catharine said to do. So that is what we are doing. And first what we do is sift together in a bowl flour, sugar, baking powder, and salt. So we'll start here. Teaspoon of vanilla, 2/3 of the cup of And so in Catharine's recipe it says mix on slow to medium speed for 2 minutes, which actually surprised me. I didn't think electric mixers had gained widespread population in the 40s, but I learned that the first KitchenAid stand mixer was actually released to the public in 1919. So I don't have a KitchenAid stand mixer. Catharine did. She was gifted a mixer by her mother, Edith. We're going to mix by hand. Just need a spatula. Continue to mix. Once really nice, smooth textured batter, we take our pans, divide it evenly. Alright, we have our 2 pans of cake. Here we are. And then we are going to put these into our preheated oven for 30 to 35 minutes. We're going to do 30 minutes and come back golden, sunk a little bit in the center. Little test. Perfect. Come out with just a couple crumbs attached. And turn off the oven, and we will let those cool for enough time that we can get them out of the pans. Okay, so our cakes have cooled a bit, and now we're going to remove them from the pans. I'm just going to grab a knife. Just run it around the edge, just in case the cake needs a little bit of help, but greased and floured it well enough, it should come out. A little bit left behind. But you can just put that right back in. That is what the frosting is for, to hold everything. So while our cakes are cooling, we are going to make the pineapple buttercream. So for this, we need a half cup of butter or fortified margarine, 6 tablespoons crushed pineapple, 1 to 2 tablespoons pineapple juice, and 4 cups confectioner's or icing sugar. You're going to want to use a hand mixer or a stand mixer to make your buttercream. Combine all the ingredients in the bowl. First, mix up the butter and the sugar, and then as you're beating, add in crushed pineapple and the pineapple juice. Icing sugar may go everywhere. It's fine. That's part of baking. So here we have our buttercream, and we're going to wait until the cakes are cool enough to frost and come back in a little bit. Alright, so the cakes are cool to the touch, and we have our buttercream. I'm going to frost with an offset spatula, but a spoon, a knife, anything you have on. So this one that has a bit out of it is going to be our bottom layer. And I'm going to spread this on. Take this and put it in the fridge to firm up a bit, to not account for the heat of these production lights, so everything's getting a little melty. So I'm going to let it firm up and then come back to finish decorating. Okay, so taking the cake out of the fridge, if your kitchen is cooler than mine, hopefully your buttercream won't split, but it'll taste alright. And this isn't in the recipe, but I decided to stick with the tropical theme and put a little bit of shredded coconut on the cake. Sprinkle that on in lieu of sprinkles. He also says to decorate with pineapple slices. So I have some sliced pineapple here that I have also cut in half. I'm going to lay them out in a fun pattern. And because no birthday cake is complete without candles, I have some candles here. I'm going to use pink and yellow with the tropical theme. Unfortunately, I do not have 115 candles, so just going to use a fraction of that. And let's light these candles. Alright, here is the finished product. Happy 115th birthday to Catharine Robb Whyte.